Hi Nana, how are you? Right. So in our previous video we learnt about the determination of empirical formula from its percentage composition. Now in this video we will learn how to find the molecular formula. How to determine the molecular formula of a compound from its percentage composition. So actually in this process, in the process of determination of molecular formula from percentage composition, so it involves 4 steps. So the first step is calculation of empirical formula from percentage composition. So percentage composition will be given in the problem. So from that, so first we have to calculate the empirical formula of that compound. After calculation of empirical formula, then we have to calculate the empirical formula weight. Okay. Next, calculate the molecular weight. So molecular weight also can be calculated from the from the given data in the problem. So it may be calculated from vapor density or else from some other thing. So depending upon the situation, depending upon the problem, so somehow we have to calculate the molecular weight of the compound. We have to calculate empirical formula weight and even molecular weight also. And finally, we have to use this relationship. What is this relationship? Molecular formula by empirical formula is equal to molecular formula weight divided by empirical formula weight. Okay, so molecular formula weight is nothing but molecular weight. So these two things, okay, will appear here, and empirical formula will appear here. So with the help of these three, we can find the molecular formula. Okay, so now let us discuss with an example. So determine the molecular formula of an organic compound. So I am writing a question. So determine the molecular formula of an organic compound with the following percentage composition. With the following percentage composition. Such that its vapor density is 30. So what is the percentage composition of the elements in the organic compound? It is given. So carbon percentage. So percentage of carbon is given as 40%. Okay. Next, hydrogen. The percentage of hydrogen. Is given as 6.67%, and oxygen is given as 53.33%. Right. So here carbon, hydrogen and oxygen percentages are given. So so this is the question. So what do we find? What do we need to find? So we have to find the molecular formula of the compound. So to find the molecular formula of the compound, we have to use this relationship when percentage composition is given. See, from percentage composition, so first of all, percentage composition first of all percentage composition, okay, is converted to, it is converted to empirical formula. How percentage composition can be converted into empirical formula? Simply by following with the help of a small table. See, what are the elements given here? Carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. So the given elements are what? Elements are carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. Percentage weight of these elements: carbon is 40%, hydrogen is 6.67%, and oxygen is 53.33%. So next, atomic weight. What are the atomic weights of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen? Carbon, its atomic weight is 12, hydrogen 1 and oxygen will be 16. So with the help of percentage composition and atomic weight, so first of all we have to calculate number of moles, relative number of moles. Relative number of moles. Relative number of moles is equal to percentage weight by atomic weight. So relative number of moles of each and every element is equal to percentage weight of that element by atomic weight of that element. For example, relative number of moles of carbon is how much? So percentage weight of carbon is here, it is 40 by 12, and hydrogen is 6.67 by 1, and oxygen is 53.33 by 16. So like this, the relative number of moles should be calculated. So this will be around 3.33. So this will be 6.67, and this will be around 3.33. So now, in order to get simplest ratio, so we have to divide these three by the smallest number. So what is the smallest number? 3.33 is the smallest number out of these three. So divide all the three by the smallest number. So what do you get? So here it will be equal to 1, here it will be equal to 2, equal to 1. So the simplest ratio of atoms is 1:2:1. That means 1 carbon atom, 2 hydrogen atoms and 1 oxygen atoms. So the simplest ratio of atoms is nothing but what? The simplest ratio of atoms is nothing but empirical formula. It is nothing but empirical formula. So therefore empirical formula is equal to C1, H2 and O1. O1 means only one oxygen. So simply the empirical formula of the compound is CH2O. So first we have to calculate the empirical formula of the compound from percentage composition. So percentage composition should be converted into empirical formula. So by following these steps, that means a table like thing. Next one is calculate empirical formula weight. So now how many carbons are there? 1 carbon. 1 carbon means 12. How many hydrogens? 2 hydrogens. So 2 into 1 means 2. And oxygen, only one oxygen, 16. So now it will give empirical formula weight. So empirical formula weight will be around 30. So that is 30. So which is nothing but what? Empirical formula weight. So empirical formula weight is equal to how much it is? 30. Right? So empirical formula we found we have calculated the empirical formula, we have calculated the empirical formula weight. Now we have to calculate the molecular weight. So in order to calculate the molecular weight, so here already its vapor density is given as 30. So vapor density is equal to 30. Already there is a relationship between molecular weight and vapor density. Molecular weight always will be equal to 2 into vapor density. So that means 2 into 30. So that means the molecular weight will be 60. So molecular weight or molecular formula weight will be 60. So that means molecular formula weight or else molecular weight is equal to 60. So we got empirical formula weight and molecular formula weight. So with the help of these three we can find the molecular formula. Therefore finally, so these are the three steps, and fourth step is we have to use this equation. So from this equation, molecular formula is equal to empirical formula into molecular formula weight by empirical formula weight. So what is the empirical formula? So here it is CH2O into molecular formula weight. How much it is? 60 by empirical formula weight is 30. So it will be 2. So that means it is 2 times of CH2O. So this one is this number should be written as CH2O. It should be written as taken twice. So now the molecular formula will become like this. So this number should be written like this as subscript. So empirical formula should be written in the bracket. Okay. So finally you will get the molecular formula as C2H4O2. So this is the way how molecular formula of a compound can be calculated from its percentage composition. Okay. Right. So we will solve some numerical problems. Right. Numerical problem 1 we will see. A colored hydrated salt has the following percentage. Has the following percentage composition. So that colored salt, it is a hydrated salt and colored salt. It contains copper 25.60%, sulfur 12.8%, oxygen 25.60%, water of crystallization. Water of crystallization is equal to 36%. Then calculate the empirical formula of the compound. Calculate the empirical formula of the compound. Compound means here hydrated salt. It is hydrated salt. Calculate the empirical formula of that hydrated salt. See, copper, its atomic number is given as 64. Sulfur atomic weight, copper atomic weight is 64, sulfur atomic weight is 32, oxygen 16, and hydrogen, its atomic weight is given as 1. So these are all atomic weights. So how to calculate? So already in the previous problem we have seen how to calculate the percentage composition. How to calculate the empirical formula from percentage composition. So the same steps. So that means percentage composition should be converted into empirical formula. So what we have to do? First we have to see what are the elements. What are the elements present here? Copper, sulfur, oxygen and water. So copper, sulfur, oxygen and water. So here water is treated as an element because that is also one of the percentage composition. So now, after writing the elements, percentage weight of the elements, percentage weight of the elements we have to write percentage weight. So copper, how much it is? 25.60. Sulfur it is 12.8. Oxygen it is 25.60. And water of crystallization it is 36%. So this is the percentage by weight, percentage weight of the element. Okay. Next, atomic weights. Atomic weights of copper is 64, sulfur is 32, oxygen is 16 and water is 18. So we have to as it is molecule, so we have to write the molecular weight. Okay. Because it is molecule, we have to write the molecular weight, and others are atoms, hence we have to use the atomic weights. Now relative number of moles. Relative number of moles. So formula, relative number of moles is nothing but percentage weight by atomic weight. Percentage weight by atomic weight will give relative number of moles. So what is the percentage weight of copper? So it is 25.60 by atomic weight of copper is 64, and sulfur, it is the percentage weight of sulfur is given as 12.8 and its atomic weight is 32. Oxygen percentage weight is given as 25.60 and its atomic weight is 16, and water it is given as 36 and its molecular weight is 18. So like this. So this value will be around 0.4. This is also around 0.4. This will be 1.6 and this will be 2. So after finding these are the relative moles of copper, sulfur, oxygen and water. So after finding the relative number of moles, next we have to find the simplest ratio of atoms. Simplest ratio of atoms. So here it is not in the simplest ratio. So in order to find the simplest ratio, simply we have to select the least one out of these. So 0.4. So we are after selecting the least value, so divide all the values by using that least value. So here it is, the least value is 0.4. So here simplest ratio will be 0.4 by 0.4. Here also 0.4 by 0.4. Here 1.6 by 0.4. Here 2 by 0.4. So here you will get 1, here 1, here you will get 4, and here you will get 5. That means 1 copper atom, 1 sulfur atom, 4 oxygen atom, and 5 water molecules. So that means the simplest ratio of atoms, it is nothing but what? Empirical formula. So the empirical formula of this colored hydrated salt, the empirical formula of this colored hydrated salt is, so how many coppers are there? Only 1 copper is there. So copper, 1 sulfur, 4 oxygens, and water of crystallization. So water of crystallization should be separated by using dot. So how many? 5 water of crystallization. So 5H2O. So this is the empirical formula of the compound, the hydrated, colored hydrated salt. So like this, the empirical formula can be calculated. So from the help of, from its percentage composition. Okay. So based on this numerical problem 1, so we can solve the practice problems also. So practice problems are given in the textbook. So practice them. Now we will solve the numerical problem 2. Another problem, numerical problem 2. The gaseous hydrocarbon, the gaseous hydrocarbon of vapor density 29 contains contains 82.76% of carbon, calculate its molecular formula. Its molecular formula and write two possible structural formula. Two possible structural formula. So carbon, its atomic mass is given as 12 and hydrogen atomic mass is given as 1. So this is the question. So what we have to find? We have to find the molecular formula and structural formula. Molecular formula and structural formula we have to find. vapor density of the compound is given as 29. So first of all, so as vapor density is equal to 29, okay, therefore molecular weight will be equal to 2 into vapor density. So that means 2 into 29, it will be equal to 58. The molecular weight of the compound will be 58. So molecular weight is known. Empirical formula and empirical formula weight we have to calculate. So empirical formula. So from percentage composition we can calculate the empirical formula. So to find, first we have to convert the percentage composition. Percentage composition should be converted into empirical formula. So what are the different elements? What are the different elements? One is carbon and hydrogen. So carbon and hydrogen. So percentage weight of carbon is 82.76. Then how much will be the hydrogen? So 100 minus hydrogen will be how much? 100 minus 82.76. So it will be around 17.24 percentage of hydrogen. Then atomic weight. Carbon is 12, hydrogen is 1. Next, relative number of moles. Relative number of moles, which is equal to what? Percentage weight by atomic weight. So percentage weight is given as 82.76 by atomic weight. So for carbon, percentage weight is this one, atomic weight is this one. So therefore relative number of moles of carbon will be, so we have to calculate. And for hydrogen, so its percentage weight is 17.24 and its atomic weight is 1. So it will be 17.24. If you calculate this one, so you will get around 6.89. So by knowing the relative number of moles, we can find the simplest ratio of atoms. Simplest ratio of atoms. How to find the simplest ratio of atoms? Simply, we have to know, to calculate this one, simply we have to find the least value out of these two. So this is the least value. So divide the least value by all the values. So here it is 6.89 for carbon. So by the least value 6.89. For hydrogen it is 17.24 by the least value out of these two. So 6.89. So it will be 1. Okay. And it will be around 2.5. It will be around 2.5. So still it is not whole number ratio. So if it is like this, simply what we have to do, multiply with a suitable integer or a suitable number, so that we will get the value in whole numbers. So finally we got the value in whole numbers like this. See, if we didn't get the simplest ratio of atoms in whole numbers, we have to multiply both the numbers with suitable integers, so that finally we will get the whole number ratio. So until that, finally we have to get a whole number ratio. So this is the simplest ratio of carbon and hydrogen. So simplest ratio of atoms is nothing but what? Empirical formula. So that means empirical formula of this compound. What is the meaning of hydrocarbon? Hydrocarbon means the compound which contains carbon and hydrogen only. No other elements will be present in it. It does not contain any other element. So here carbon will be 2 and hydrogen will be 5. So carbon 2 and hydrogen will be 5. So this is its empirical formula. So then empirical formula weight. Empirical formula weight is, so 2 carbons. So 2 into 12 plus 5 hydrogens. 5 into 1. So 12 to the 24 plus 5. So it will be 29. So the empirical formula weight of that gaseous hydrocarbon is 29. Right. So, and here molecular weight is how much? Molecular formula weight or molecular weight, already we have calculated in the beginning only. It is 58. See, remember that, already recall the relationship. Empirical formula by molecular formula, or else molecular formula by empirical formula. If it is equal to n, then that n will be equal to molecular formula weight by empirical formula weight. Okay, so first we can use this relationship, or else our previous relationship also we may use. So first we will calculate the value of this one. So what is the molecular formula weight? Molecular weight is nothing but molecular formula weight, 58. Empirical formula weight, how much it is? 29. So is equal to 2. So that means n is equal to 2. Always remember that molecular formula is equal to empirical formula taken n times. So n value is 2. So that means empirical formula. What is the empirical formula? C5H5, C2H5. So C2H5, it is taken n times. What is the value of n? It is 2. So finally, we will get the molecular formula as C4H10, butane. It is called as butane. Finally, we got the molecular formula as butane, C4H10. So like this, we can calculate the molecular formula. And in this question, it is also given to write the possible structural formulas. So this is the molecular formula, and we have to write the structural formula also. So how to write the structural formula? So this is the molecular formula. So what is the molecular formula? C4H10. So with the help of molecular formula, we can write structural formula. So in order to write the structural formula, remember that carbon will always form 4 bonds because its valency is 4, and hydrogen can form only single bond. So there are 4 carbons. So we have to connect in organic compounds. So all the carbons, they join together. So that means there are 4 carbons. 1, 2, 3, 4. They may be joined like this, or else we may join like this. So 2 possibilities are there. Every carbon it should form 4 bonds. One, two, three, already 4th one. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So like this. So now each and every bond, or else every valency, it is connected with the hydrogen. So hydrogen, how many hydrogens are there? 10 hydrogens, 4 carbons and 10 hydrogens. One here, hydrogen, 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 another hydrogen. So now if we calculate, we will get 10 hydrogens. So this is a structural formula. Okay, this is another structural formula. That means butane has 2 structural formulas. So like this. So this is the way how to denote two structural formulas of the compound having molecular formula C4H10. So C4H10 means it is butane. Okay. So based on this numerical problem too, some practice problems are given in the textbook. So you solve the practice problems. So we'll discuss about the numerical problem 3 in the next class, in the next video. Okay.